talk about fears. Let's talk about love. Yeah, I got fears, but I ain't got no love.
The question ultimately always comes up is why? And I think we spend too much time trying to figure out why. I used to stand at crime scenes and I would be like, where would I go after I just committed this crime? How would I egress? What would I do? That's bad. That doesn't help you. It took me a while to realize that. And why doesn't it help you? Because you're not them. You have no idea how they think. Sometimes you will never know why. That's just life. That's just how it is. Although we always want to know why. Now, the prosecution in this case will state that she did it because they were in financial disarray and she got insurance money. I see why they said that. Do I believe that? No. Is it possible? Yes. Even probable. But do I believe that it was an intruder that came in and did this? I did. No, I won't say I did 100%, but I saw it. Yeah, possible. But now that I've looked at all the evidence, read the trial transcripts, looked at the crime scene, read the statements, used my own training and experience, did the crime scene assessment, looked at the crime scene photos, looked at the lab reports, I'm of the opinion that Darlie Routier is guilty of this crime. Now, that may or may not come as a shock to you. I don't always agree with the prosecution, as you know. But in this case, I think that's what the evidence tells you. If you can detach yourself from why, you don't always have to figure out why. See, people sometimes work crimes backwards. Well, okay, they get to a crime scene, they say 3 kids, why? And then they try to work the investigation off of why. That's wrong. You don't have to figure out a motive. You have to look at the evidence and let the evidence tell you who did it. The why can come later, if it ever comes. The evidence tells me that it was somebody inside the house. When I look at and that boils it down, right? There's only 2 people. Well, 3 if you count a 7-month-old. Okay? 5 people in that house. 2 die. 3 are alive. So if we deduce now that it's not an intruder, because an intruder would have brought his own weapons, an intruder would have left evidence of blood when he left the residence. None of that happened. The murder weapon was from inside the house. The knife used to cut that screen was from inside the house. You have 3 people unharmed in that house. 2 people. 1 is harmed. We have to figure out why that is. But a 7-month-old is not capable of anything. So now that we've deduced that the offender is from inside the house, who is it? It's either Darren or Darlie. Darren's actions of trying to save his son's life, the way he was dressed, just in jeans, no shirt, lead me to believe he was not involved. That leaves one person. And her actions were very trying to choose the right word here. Her actions were that of a selfish, guilty person. There, I said it. Didn't want to say it. Didn't want to go there. I didn't want to say it. You're not helping your kids. Murder weapons are from inside the house. We've ruled out it's 2 people are dead. 3rd person didn't do it. 7-month-old didn't do it. Leaves 1 person left in that house that had the means being the weapons from inside the house, the opportunity. The other grown up in the house is asleep, and motive. But what is that motive? For me, during victimology, I would look at her diary, where in just weeks prior to this, she wrote about killing herself. And her being a selfish person, everything's about me. Me, me, me. I want pity. I want people to notice me. Is that why I got breast implants? Why do you get breast implants? Why do you wear jewelry on all your limbs, all your digits? Why do you treat your hair bleach blonde? You do it to be noticed. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that shows your personality. So maybe she definitely suffered from some sort of postpartum depression after having that kid. You can deduce that also for her not sleeping in that bed. That Darren was waking up with the kid, not her. I don't want to get into why so much, because honestly, I can't figure it out. I can give my opinions, but I can't say for sure. I'm not in her head. What I can say for sure is the stuff that I had already said about the evidence. That is fact. Trying to figure out motive is a lot harder. Maybe she wanted the attention. And she was selfish enough where she couldn't kill herself. But she wrote about it. You know? She talked about it with Darren. And maybe she figured, you know what? I'm not going to kill myself. I just said that to get some eyes on me, to get some pity for me. If I kill these kids who are downstairs with me, maybe that will get the eyes on me. I don't know if that's why she did it, but it doesn't take away the evidence that she did do it.